All right. See what the drinker thinks about this situation. You know how I feel. It seems as if with the direction they're going in, that so far with Star Wars, they don't plan on changing course. That they're still going to continue to F things up. So I don't know if Dave Filoni slipping into her place is going to make a difference at all. Has he been a company man? Has he just been saying what he needed to say to get by? I don't know. Now, Marvel appears to be moving in a different direction. If they truly indeed do, they're both under the umbrella of Disney. So is that going to happen with Star Wars? Two boy brands that they've attempted to make into female brands, and it has failed tremendously. I'm wondering what's going to happen. We shall see. You know, women do love both, but we know it's a majority male brand, both of them. So we'll see.
One of the most hilariously ridiculous moments of 2025 had to be Schrodinger's Kennedy, who seems to have been living in a quantum state of fired, retired, fully employed, and battling for control of Lucasfilm for the past 5 years. Clickbait news channels and content creators have been confidently predicting her imminent departure since the days of The Last Jedi, and yet it seems that rumours of her career death were greatly exaggerated.
Yeah.
Year after year, failure after failure, there she remained. The proverbial turd that just wouldn't flush. But then in early 2025, serious rumours began to circulate amongst mainstream news outlets that the long-awaited event was finally happening.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy was stepping down as president of Lucasfilm. And then she wasn't. It all got so ridiculous that she actually had to issue a statement angrily denying the rumours, reassuring everyone that she'd never stop producing movies and that she had no immediate plans to step down as president. Because if there's one thing you need to understand about Kathleen Kennedy, it's that she'll leave when she's goddamn good and ready. Not a second before, and she'll leave under terms of her own choosing. She was never going to get fired, she was never going to get demoted or sidelined, and she was never going to be politely hurried out the door. She was too powerful, she was too well connected, and she was too female to ever face actual consequences of her actions. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the rumours were actually true, but because they stole her thunder and all the celebrations exposed just how unpopular she was, she decided to stay on just a bit longer out of pure fucking spite.
Yes.
But hey, I guess you can only fight the clock for so long, and the new year brought a new batch of rumours from Matthew Filoni. Matthew. At Puck News that after 14 not particularly glorious years at the helm, Kathleen Kennedy is finally stepping down. Again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Or is she? I mean, Jesus, after more false starts than a fucking Ford Escort, I'm very much in the camp now of, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
At this point, it feels like she'd rather stay on until she dies of sheer old age, and then hang around for a few weeks beyond that, Weekend at Bernie's style, before she'd ever give anyone the satisfaction of reporting on her retirement. But what the hell, let's humour the rumour and see what young Matthew has for us here. So Kennedy's due to announce that she's stepping down as president of Lucasfilm at some point this year, apparently. When? Don't know. Will she retire completely or move into a producer role so she can more directly fuck up the films under her control? Unclear. What is clear from the report is that someone has to step in and replace her. And who might that be? Well, the most obvious and also perhaps the least inspiring choice imaginable. Dave Filoni. Well, technically Dave Filoni and Lynwen Brennan as kind of co-presidents, because let's be honest here, the idea of that fucking retard running an entire studio by himself is like putting Kim Kardashian in charge of the United Nations. No, it's definitely definitely one of the more believable and less outlandish options available out there. We all knew Filoni was being groomed. Still feels weird saying that one in a Hollywood context. As her successor for years now. From Kennedy's perspective, he probably seems like a safe bet to carry on her legacy. He's not some wild auteur filmmaker who's going to make crazy creative decisions, that's for sure. And he doesn't strike me as some hard-headed, tough-talking go-getter who's going to reshape the entire studio and do things his way. God damn it. He's a solid, predictable company
that was
man
an
who's been
intense
part
look.
of the Lucasfilm system for like 20 years now. He knows how to play the game, and he's probably become very good at kissing.
He is the
and
game.
telling her exactly what she wants to hear. He was handpicked by George Lucas himself back in the day, so there's a kind of tenuous continuity with George's original vision there. Another big plus that helps to sell him to the fan base. Ahsoka, with its endless girl bosses and stoic female leads, is definitely proof of his feminist credentials, so that's another massive plus for Kathy.
Put a ticket in, make her let it go!
And after working together for so long, they probably have the kind of personal relationship where he wouldn't object to a bit of creative input from her once in a while. Gotta make sure he doesn't start getting ideas of his own and forgets to push the message. Now, I don't know if I can apply the word creative to a man like Dave Filoni, but it's probably the most accurate description of what he's theoretically good at. But one thing he definitely doesn't understand is business, hence the inclusion of Lynwen Brennan to handle all the thinky stuff. Again, this kind of makes sense in theory at least. Brennan is the current head of Lucasfilm Business, and as far as I can tell, she comes mostly from a technology and visual effects background, working her way up to become head of ILM before transferring over to Lucasfilm. She'll be overseeing the corporate and executive side of things, allowing Dave to do what he does best, like again, as far as rumours go, it does have a grain of logic and common sense to it. Admittedly a tiny one, but a grain nonetheless. Whether it'll actually happen, or whether Kennedy will once again decide she's not quite ready to leave the spotlight, is anyone's guess at this point. I mean, she did say previously that she wanted to go out on a high with a big win to pad her ego and reassure herself that she's not the hapless diversity hire retard that everyone believes her to be. We all assumed that win might come in the form of Season 2 of Andor, which didn't exactly rock the world of filmmaking to its core, but it did at least get a great critical response. But I guess not.
I don't know if I'm ever going to get up the to watch the Season 2. I'm one of these days maybe I'll try. You will try.
Then again, we do have the Mandalorian movie coming out in a
Yeah,
few months,
hopefully
and
it's
as
good.
far as Star Wars projects go, that's pretty much the biggest thing they've got on the horizon.
Yeah, hopefully it's
but if
good.
she's holding out for an epic critical and financial win from
First and second season were good. They were good. They something to talk about, man. I was happy into Star Wars and loving it, and then they did Season 3. Yeah. Well, if they go backwards like Marvel appears to be doing with Doomsday, I think they'll have a hit on their hand.
Well, she might be around for a long time to come in that case. Anyway, that's all I've got. Go away now.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a sit and wait. Sit and wait. That's what we're doing here with this, because I think ultimately it doesn't matter who's in charge at this point. They've destroyed it, like almost completely, and it's to the point where I'm just looking for anyone, to make something that's faithful that will bring the fans back. I'm tired, boss. 10 million subscribers. Whoa.